Celestial greetings fellow starseeds, and welcome back to the channel. Today we begin the series that will cover the basics of numerology for numbers 1 to 9. In this series, we are going to look into the general meaning of each number, uncover what planets are connected to each number, and what traits are common amongst both the numbers and their planets. If you are someone that has been seeing repeated numbers, it would be helpful to understand the frequencies of each number on its own before being able to interpret what messages the divine and its angels are trying to send. We hope that in understanding the fundamentals of these numbers, you will be able to conclude the importance of them in your life, and have a restored sense of direction. Let's jump right in, shall we? Typically in numerology, numbers are confined between 1 and 9. This is because numerology says that all numbers are to be reduced to a single-digit form. For example, if the day of your birth is on the 26th, then this would be reduced to the number 8, since 2 plus 6 equals 8. There are exceptions to this rule for numbers known as master numbers. Master numbers are known to be 11, 22, and 33, and hold special meanings, thus are never reduced to a single-digit form. We will be discussing master numbers in later videos as they need quite an in-depth explanation to fully understand. You may have also noticed the absence of the numbers 0 and 10. This is because they are also quite special, so we will be diving deeper into those separately as well. All numbers have a special vibration that influences the characteristics that are related to them. They are also connected to the planets of our solar system, and thus the zodiac as well. These numbers also have special connection to each and every individual, since our birth dates and names can be remodeled into numbers, which can help an individual understand their personality, their heart's deepest desires, and the overall life path they are likely to follow. Today we are covering the number 1. This number is known as the raw, primal force. It precedes all numbers and thus has none before it. Also, since all numbers are in essence a symbol, we can acknowledge how it stands upright and on its own. Something else worth noting is that all numbers can be essentially derived by adding ones together, however the number 1 is comprised of nothing but itself. This is crucial for understanding how the number 1 resonates within the world and frequencies it exudes. On its positive side, the number 1 is a true individual. It is strong, self-reliant, courageous, and a trailblazer. It is creative and a self-starter, and since it is literally the beginning of all numbers, it is a leader and thrives on originality. This number resonates with the planetary body of the Sun, the zodiac of Leo, and the colors copper and gold. Those born on the 1st, 10th, 19th, and 28th of any month also hold special connection to this number as well, since the day of their births reduces to the number 1. Relating 1 to the energy of the Sun, it is the center of our solar system and thus thrives on the ability to shine and stand out. The Sun's never-ending light can be personified as exuding the purest form of love and warmth. However, the number 1 and its ruling planet can have negative traits if not kept in balance. Being such a leader and individual, the number 1 can be susceptible to being a lone wolf. If not careful, it can also be competitive, stubborn, aggressive, and quick to anger. The positive characteristic of creativity and innovation can sometimes have an issue with impulsivity, and may lack the staying power needed to complete projects it may have abruptly started. Ego and immaturity also play a huge role in the downfall of the number 1. It would be wise for those heavily influenced by this number to think before they act and speak. It may also help to plan out ideas, so as to avoid leaving tons of projects started but not completed. Also, in terms of ego and immaturity, it would be wise to always self-reflect to ensure that you are being fair to others and not being blinded by the selfishness, envy, or uncontrolled ambition. Nonetheless, all things with a bit of balance have the potential for great success, and number 1 perfectly personifies that. Just as our solar system is heavily reliant on the Sun, number 1s have great responsibility in this life. Their ability to make decisions draws people to naturally follow them, and their self-sufficiency gives them an advantage for being highly successful in any area they pursue. It is important that they use their qualities for the highest good, and avoid being too much of a lone wolf, so as not to let these great qualities go to waste. People with heavy influence of one within them are likely to go after freedom in relationships and careers. They do not do well with being restrained or controlled, and thus are better suited in environments where they are able to be their authentic selves and lead. They are great as CEOs, in areas where they have control over their own work, or are leading others. They also do well in careers where they are able to be creative without restraint. How do you know if you have a heavy influence of one? It can be calculated by the day you were born, or found in your life path number, personality number, or soul urge number. Compatible numbers of 1 are 3 and 5, as these numbers also resonate deeply with expression and freedom. The number 6 is also surprisingly compatible, as it focuses on selfless service and thus will not clash with the one's need to be their own boss. As you can see, the number 1 is the epitome of an individual. It is fierce, self-sufficient, the foundation and primal force of life, creative, and vital. Number 1 is enthusiastic, quick to act, good at business, and led by the force of nature. Beings influenced by this number have business-like mindsets and are great at leading. The ruling planetary body is the sun, and thus copper and gold are colors highly symbolic of the number 1 as well. As always, thank you for exploring spirituality with us and how it pertains to the numbers of the universe. Stay tuned for the completion of the series where we dive into numbers 2 to 9. Until next time, star seeds. Be blessed and thank you for watching.